Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Russell Wilson leading them out there, 6-year quarterback who finished his college ball, of course, as a Wisconsin Badger.
One of the more cerebral quarterbacks in the NFL. Analyzes situations, watches a ton of tape, adapts his game to whatever is presented in front of him. And despite the fact he's been in the league for 6 years, the future still bright for Russell Wilson.
There's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
I believe Eddie Lacy found a home in Seattle because he heard from them that they like him for who he is, a big, strong, physical back. They won't worry as much about his weight as they will about his production and his ability to break down defenses carrying the ball in tough situations.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. A good pickup there, a 22. Officially a full-time running back this season. It's Ty Montgomery. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. Whoosh. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
First down, this is Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On third down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Now Blair Walsh on for a long field goal. He's hit from as far away as 56 in his young career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
And that one goes through the post. And we remember this guy, don't we, partner? 4.5 years as the Vikings kicker. Huge from long range. Remember how he hit the leg, that big leg that he had? Ran into his struggles near the end of his career in Minnesota, finding redemption in Seattle. Can we call it the Blair Walsh Project?
Oh, boy. We are officially off the tracks now. Now I'm picturing him with a camera running through the woods, shaking up and down. Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Sometimes, occasionally, Randall Cobb somewhat gets taken for granted about his abilities with Green Bay, doesn't he?
Well, the numbers last year, solid but not amazing. Just over 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. But he complements everybody else, doesn't he?
He really does, and his versatility is so big for them because he can actually run back to the backfield and be a running back as well as a slot receiver and someone who moves outside.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On second down, Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll send the tight end Bennett in motion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throw on third down. Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. Back. The Seahawks heading out, and for them, 5 straight years of double-digit victories and a playoff berth. They've had their run of the NFC West and probably likely the favorites this season as well.
I would agree with that. The counter-culture Seahawks, because the way they evaluate is for their system, for their franchise, for their culture. Much more so than whether a guy fits everything that you're looking for to check off a box. Quarterback, he's supposed to be too short. He's one of the best in the game. When they went in free agency this year and got Eddie Lacy, everyone else wanted Eddie Lacy to lose weight. They said, we still want him big because we want him to break some tackles. Flip it over to defense, they get after you. Simple schemes, but they tune it up and play it at a high level. They expect to get back to a Super Bowl.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go again with Rawls. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Wilson again to Rawls. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So 2nd and 10 here. Wilson going to give to Rawls. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin King, the rookie from Washington. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Packers making their way out, and again for them, feels like they're the team to beat in the NFC North. They've won that division 5 of the last 6 years, and Aaron Rodgers just feel like he has at least another Super Bowl left in the tank, maybe, right?
I would say so, and I think there's probably some frustration that he hasn't gotten back to the Super Bowl after winning that one against Pittsburgh, because one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, prime of his career, you don't want to waste that opportunity. And they came close last year going to the NFC Championship game. They want to take the next step. They have it all there in front of them. They know that they tend to rule that division. Now can they make that one last big jump in the NFC and get back to a Super Bowl?
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now on to kick it away, the rookie from Miami, Justin Vogel. Doug Baldwin deep here for Seattle. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots. Now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be Packer football. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. Start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
319. On second down, here's Rodgers. Bennett bruising ahead. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, fourth best in the league. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Baldwin. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And a stalemate. We're all even on the scoreboard. These 3 turnovers we get a look at, one of the reasons we're tied.
I think without them, we're probably looking at an entirely different scoreboard, aren't we?
Absolutely.
They have really played well and kept their team in the game, tied up now. Their goal, of course,
they start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose his...
And a loose football. Rawls loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And left side here, it's Graham. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Jimmy Graham had a really tough injury in 2015 that ended his season, but what a bounce back in 2016. How did he not get any votes for Comeback Player of the Year?
I was just going to ask you that. Not that Jordy Nelson wasn't deserving, but 65 catches, 923 yards. That was the highest total by a tight end in Seahawk history.
And I think there's a chance that both of those numbers will increase in 2017.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, Wilson. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. I know at this level, initially, they were worried about him being only 5'11", pocket presence. Plays like that, they just remind you, he does it so well at every level.
North Carolina State, a little bit more of the spread stuff. At Wisconsin, pro style out of the pocket. And the biggest throws he makes in the NFL still come from the pocket. Russell Wilson can do it all.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down, Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Clay Matthews. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
Ty Montgomery and the offense getting set for their next drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may...
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
319.
Rodgers to throw once more. Throw left side complete. It's Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I know Devontae Adams really developed in 2016 as a receiver for Green Bay. I think he had plenty of incentive because when Aaron Rodgers breaks contain, gets out of the pocket, anything can happen downfield. You can find yourself open, can't you?
And it makes Adams a high-volume guy. Week 7 and 8 last. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Martellus Bennett as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second down, here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Seahawks didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, under pressure here, the pass is picked off. Wagner is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the pick. The pass ends up being picked off. Kings is happy to come away with the pick, ending the drive. Seahawks line up at the 3. Here we'll get a fumble on the run. move late into the second. Nelson's wide open here on the catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. Still a little time left on the clock. Rodgers going to complete the pass, and it ends up working for a touchdown. They're now on top by 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly...